Dearest gentle viewer, this is me again, Fretchiedi, your new YouTube friend. Foreigners talk a lot about dating Filipinos, but Filipinos often stay quiet about the truth. Yes, Filipinos are trusted and admired all over the world, but there are unpopular opinions that you need to hear. Unpopular opinion number one: being conservative does not mean being innocent. Many of the Filipinas are raised to appear conservative in public, but it does not automatically mean that they are inexperienced or naive. What outsiders often mistake for innocence is actually training in self control and image management. In Filipino culture, public behavior is closely tied to family reputation. From a young age, Filipinos are taught that how they act outside reflects not only on themselves, but also on their parents, but also on their relatives. This is why a woman can appear extremely polite, can be soft spoken with you, and well mannered in public. Yet she can be so loud, she can be so sarcastic, or even use coarse words on her home with her family members. Now, this contrast is just normal and it is not being dishonest. This is also why certain behaviors are discouraged in public. Just like, take for example, PDA or public displays of affection. These kind of behavior are often disliked by many of us. Second is that dressing modestly outside is encouraged even if the same woman dresses freely in private spaces. Many Filipinas also avoid drinking alcohol in public and maintain visible routines such as going to church every Sunday. Now, these actions just signal discipline and respectability and not a lack of life experience. Intimacy is treated as a private matter in the Philippines, so talking openly about sex or romantic details can bring shame, and not because intimacy is evil, but because it is considered personal and not meant to be shared casually. Now, some of the Filipinas often use po and opo when speaking to elderly people, and this is to reinforce respect regardless of what they actually feel inside. Now, none of this makes a Filipina fake. So that means acting conservative in public does not mean that a Filipina is innocent. It just means that she knows how to protect herself. She knows how to protect her family and her reputation. Unpopular opinion number two: many of the Filipinas connect emotionally before they connect physically. Now, dating in the West can feel like a trial run, but in the Philippines, it is often a screening process. A Filipina usually expects a courtship phase, which is what we call legal, even if it happens through video calls. Because a Filipina just wanted to know first if you are a good man before she even considers being physical with you. Physical intimacy is often tied to emotional safety and not just attraction. But believe me or not, many Filipinas are more attracted to a man who remembers her mother's birthday or asks if she has eaten than to a man with a six pack. A clear reason for this is that for many of the Filipinas, sex feels heavier because it comes with judgment, it comes with risks, and it comes with expectations. So, just like, for example, a Filipina might say yes to dating and yes to emotional closeness, but delay sex because once that line is crossed, people often expect permanence. And popular opinion number three is that guilt after sex is more common than Filipinas admit. In the Philippines, many of us grow up learning that desire is dangerous and that sex must be justified by marriage. Because of this, pleasure and shame often arrive together. So enjoyment does not cancel guilt, it just activates it. So a Filipina may genuinely want intimacy with you and feel close in the moment. Then after that, she becomes quiet, she becomes distant or emotionally heavy afterward. Now, this is not always regret about the man. It is just about our fear of judgment, we have fear of gossip, and also fear of being labeled. Now, in a culture where rumors travel faster than facts, sex is rarely just personal because even watching porn, by the way, can carry shame by us. And the message is very clear. Desire has consequences, and they are rarely portrayed as good. Now, unpopular opinion number four, respect in dating means different things to Filipinos because in the Philippines, respect is not limited to good manners. It is not limited to good manners like opening doors or speaking politely, because respect is shown through patience and clear intention. It is just about how a man carries himself over time and not just what he says in the moment. So, like they said, actions speak louder than words. And for many of the Filipinas, asking things slowly is not playing games. It is just a way of protecting dignity and also reputation. Even when attraction is just mutual, rushing intimacy in the Philippines can feel like being reduced to a body instead of being valued as a potential partner. Just like, for example, when a foreigner pushes for sex with the Filipina early on, so he might think that he is being honest about his desires. However, a Filipina may see this as a lack of seriousness, and it is a sign that the man is interested only in physical access but not in building something meaningful. In Filipino dating culture, patience often equals respect. So, a man who is willing to wait, who is willing to communicate clearly, and invest time is more likely to be seen as trustworthy because in the Philippines, intention matters, by the way. So, how you move matters, and sometimes slowing down is the loudest way to say, hey, I respect you. Unpopular opinion number six, dating apps change expectations more than morals. So dating apps nowadays did not erase tradition, by the way, because many of the Filipinas enter modern dating platforms while still carrying old traditional rules in their minds. So in short, not all Filipinas that you see online are bad girls. A woman can be on Tinder, she can be active on social media or on dating apps and still expect patience. She still expects consistency and also emotional safety before intimacy. So, swiping does not mean casual sex. So, the platform may look modern, but the expectations are often deeply traditional. Unpopular opinion number seven is that money complicates intimacy more than people admit. Money introduces a great imbalance that few people talk about, even when help is given freely, because it can create invisible pressure. A Filipina may feel that she owes attention from the guy or affection or intimacy after receiving such help, especially financial support. So it is not because it was demanded from her, but because she was raised to always repay kindness and also avoid being seen as ungrateful by other people. So, this kind of pressure lives inside us, by the way, and can also turn closeness into obligations. So, when money enters the relationship, intimacy stops being simple. This video would just like to tell you that dating and such in the Philippines are not as simple as people think. If you treat Filipinas like Western women with a tropical accent, then you will misunderstand them easily. And if you ignore her fear, her fate, her family, her reputation, and especially her silence, then you will misread their reactions. And if you assume that patience means manipulation or boundaries means disinterest, you may walk away blaming the Filipina when the problem is just cultural blindness. Here is the uncomfortable truth again. Many of the foreigners do not fail with Filipinos because they are too conservative or too complicated. They fail because they want access without understanding intimacy, without responsibility, without connection, and without cultural respect. And once you understand that dating in the Philippines stops being confusing and start being honest. So that would be all for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more insights like this. See you in my next video. Ciao!